Oaxaca, in southern Mexico. A state blessed with breathtaking natural beauty and rich in culture and tradition, but also plagued by widespread social problems. Economically the poorest state in Mexico, the region suffers from high rates of illiteracy and unemployment. Drought and tired soils have depleted crops and forced people to migrate to urban areas and further afield to the United States. As a result, most of the state's 4 million inhabitants have little or no access to basic health services. In this environment, a dream was born. A dream to build a refuge for the people most in need. A place where low-income families from remote rural areas and inner-city slums could come to find healthcare treatment and never be turned away. That dream became reality when La Clinica del Pueblo Ana Citala opened its doors. La Clinica del Pueblo, the People's Clinic. In 1999, La Clinica's co-founders, Father Scott Citala and Joe Rigotti, planted a seed on a piece of land in the neighborhood of San Martin Mexicapan in the city of Oaxaca, the state capital. The land was cleared and the clinic's first stone was laid. Soon, the entrance was erected, as well as the first rooms for consultation. Meanwhile, the first members of staff were recruited. Initially, treatment was limited to basic consultations and general practice, like a homey, non-profit, family practice clinic. Even this was above and beyond what people of meager means were used to in Oaxaca. The first families arrived for treatment and the word soon began to spread. What marked the difference then, and to this day, was the quality of the attention. Being non-profit, the doctors and nurses of La Clinica are here because they want to be here. Indeed, many of the staff from those humble beginnings still work at the clinic today.
Los médicos que están aquí están porque quieren estar, pero además porque quieren el proyecto, porque quieren a la clínica y tienen esa vocación de servicio con la gente que no tiene los recursos.
Year after year, thanks to your generous donations, La Clinica continued to grow. More rooms were added, a reception area, administrative offices, rooms for specialized consultations, a hospital dormitory for inpatients, and especially a modern operating room. Today, La Clinica offers patients a broad range of specialized medical services in a modern, well-equipped environment. Ophthalmology is an important area of work at the Clinica. All kinds of people from all over Oaxaca suffer eye problems. Older patients often arrive with severe cases of cataract or glaucoma. Dr. Porfirio runs this department.
¿Con ese sí se ve la letra o tampoco? Sí.
O. 1.
Sí atienden bien, dan buen servicio. Por primera vez que vengo, sí me han atendido bien.
Dentistry and orthodontics is another busy department. Owing to poor diets and personal hygiene, many people in Oaxaca fail to look after their teeth. Doctora Sara is the resident dentist. La Clinica takes the health and well-being of Oaxaca's children very seriously. They are cared for in the pediatric ward by a fantastic team of doctors and nurses. There is also a dedicated delivery room.
Me trajeron aquí por mi problema de embarazo ectópico y aquí lo diagnostican. Actualmente pues ya el bebé está muy bien, ella también, y también es muy probable que hoy salga de alta.
The trauma unit is overseen by Dr. Juan José, the clinic's director.
La Clínica del Pueblo no es un negocio, nuestra finalidad no es ganar dinero, sino dar un servicio, resolver problemas. Entonces eso nos hace diferente de cualquier institución privada. La idea es que ninguna persona que llegue a esta clínica solicitando un servicio médico se vaya de la clínica por falta de dinero.
La Clinica is constantly investing in new technology and often receives specific donations for that purpose. There are X-ray machines and a laboratory for chemical analysis, meaning tech services can take place in-house, saving valuable time and resources. The clinic also sets up special programs, sometimes in conjunction with public services. Currently, La Clinica is offering free pap smear tests, supervised by Dr. Jesus, who heads up the gynecology department. Breast cancer is alarmingly common in Oaxacan women, and this program is designed to detect the symptoms early.
En este consultorio damos consulta a toda la población femenina en edad reproductiva y acá en este consultorio les llevamos el control prenatal del embarazo.
Social work is also very important at the clinic. This is Sylvia's department. She is the first to evaluate in detail the patient's needs and means. The clinic offers very low-cost care and surgeries, and often for free, but a small contribution is expected from every patient, depending on their means. An important aspect of the clinic's mission is community outreach. La Clinica del Pueblo doesn't just wait for patients to arrive. Members of staff also regularly travel to different urban and rural communities, both to let people know about the clinic and to offer guidance and health education. Here, doctors Sara and Jose are meeting with parents and infants at the kindergarten in the nearby town of Atzompa, offering workshops on dental hygiene and nutrition.
Todo alimento que se cultiva o que no se da, que se da básicamente en tierra, hay que lavarlo con un cepillito con agua y con jabón, reponer las energías que consume en base a las actividades que hace. ¿Y para qué sirven los carbohidratos? Para correr, dice el niño, para fortalecer nuestras vías respiratorias, ¿qué más?
Little Clarisa is 6 years old. She lives with her mother Mercedes in this humble little ranchito in the mountain village of La Herradura, over 2 hours from Oaxaca City, where her father works as a day laborer in construction. It's tough for the family to make ends meet, let alone afford healthcare. Like many villages in rural Oaxaca, there are few amenities here. There is a small health clinic run by an auxiliary nurse which rarely opens. When Clarisa fell gravely ill, La Clinica del Pueblo stepped in to help.
Clarisa padece de las anginas crónicas, así me dijo el otorrino que está en el hospital del pueblo. Y por eso mismo me dijo que era necesario que a ella la van a operar.
Armed with bundles of clothes and with Clarisa's baby sister Lucero on her mother's back, they begin the long journey from their home in the mountains to La Clinica in the city. Clarisa has had severe health problems since birth, owing to malnutrition in utero. As a baby, she would regularly come down with the flu. Then, she started to lose her hearing. When she began developing a problem with her throat, she virtually stopped eating solid food. When she finally received a diagnosis from a public hospital in the city, she was put on a waiting list for throat surgery. It would be more than a year before she entered the operating room. With Clarisa's health deteriorating every day, the family could not afford to wait. Luckily, the hospital referred her to La Clinica, who booked her for surgery the following week. Arriving at La Clinica, they register at the front desk and are shown to the dormitory where they will be staying overnight, in preparation for the early morning surgery. These accommodations are provided free of charge to visiting families. La Clinica also offers them a communal kitchen they can use. The next morning, at 7 a.m., Clarisa is taken to the patient's ward where tests are carried out prior to surgery. At 9 a.m., La Clinica's expert team of surgeons and nurses is ready to operate. Without their parents at their side, children can get very anxious in the operating room, but the clinic staff keep Clarisa relaxed and amused prior to surgery. For the family, it's an anxious wait. Fortunately, they know they are in good hands.
They're removing her amygdalas, which are two glands in her throat, and they're really inflamed, and they've been overproducing a lot of hormones that have been giving her trouble with her breathing and with her hearing recently. So hopefully, now that they're gone, those problems will subside.
The surgery is a success. Now, little Clarisa's throat just needs time to recover, after which she will be able to live without the problems she has suffered most of her young life. Just another day in the life of La Clinica del Pueblo. There are many other children and adults all over Oaxaca desperately in need of quality, affordable healthcare. And thanks to your continued support, La Clinica del Pueblo, Anna Sitala and its staff is able to help them one by one, day by day.
Pues básicamente agradecer a todas las personas que a lo largo de estos años han confiado en nosotros, asegurarles que esa confianza pues ha sido correspondida y que el trabajo de cada día pues aquí está y puede dar fe de ello.